Emily and Julian, thank you so much for talking to us. Let's start with you, Emily. How does it feel to now be an Oscar nominee?
Oh man, we are just so deeply grateful that the story is getting this kind of platform. This is obviously a story that survivors have been, fighting to tell, and I'm just feel so lucky that I could be a part of it finally being heard. Our team has put a lot of heart and work into this project, and so for it to be recognized on this level means a lot for a lot of people, and of course the Williams Lake First Nation and the folks at Sugarcane, whose story this really is.
That's great to hear. And Julian, this is a part of a personal project for yourself. Can you tell us about that and how it feels to be recognized by the Academy for it?
Well, firstly, Kristen, it's great to see you again after being beside you in the Vatican while we were both reporting on the apology to residential school survivors. This interview itself was a really full circle moment in a broader sense of our Indigenous community. This project did not begin for me as a personal project, but it became a personal project. Em reached out to me to collaborate with her behind the camera, and then through circumstances that neither of us could predict, I ended up in front of it with my family. And a big part of that was about my relationship to my father, who carries his own trauma, intergenerational trauma from the residential schools, as so many of our people do. And, in various ways that strained our relationship. He didn't raise me, and we got a lot closer through this experience. And so, on the one hand, obviously, to have any of your art recognized in any kind of a way is, a dream come true, especially, by one of the biggest awards that exists in the world of awards. I mean, crazy. And also to, have it be for such a personal project that has to do, with, at the end of the day, our love for our fathers and our families, despite, these very painful histories, just feels incredible.
Yeah, definitely a healing journey for the both of you and your family as well. Emily, what do you hope an Oscar nomination means for the documentary?
Well, this is the foundational story of North America. It's the story of how the land was taken, how 6 generations of children were removed from their families and forcibly assimilated and horrifically abused. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't know that story. It is kind of an unknown to the broader North American society. And I think one of the most important things for us is that at the very least, that the truth is known, that the historical record is corrected, and this level of exposure for the film means that that will be true, that the film and the voices of survivors will reshape the narrative of history, and that is an incredible feat for them and their courage.
And Julian, in a statement following the nomination, you and Emily thanked survivors and those who attended residential schools and boarding schools. Do you think Sugarcane and the Oscar nomination will shine a brighter light on this dark chapter in Canada and the United States?
Absolutely. This is one of the most significant untold stories of a cultural genocide that happened right here in North America. In Canada, there has been a significant conversation about that, but in the United States, there definitely has not. And our film is helping push that conversation. It's part of a conversation that is also being pushed by survivors, by certain members of former governments, at least now. The former Interior Secretary Deb Haaland led a federal inquiry into the Native American boarding schools, and we feel so grateful that our film is part of that conversation. And this nomination, of course, just means that more people ultimately are going to learn about this essential part of a very painful history that still haunts our communities, and I would say all communities across North America. It's something that we need to talk about and we still need to address.
Emily and Julian, thank you for your time. Congrats to the both of you and good luck.
Thanks,
Thank you so much.